All right. Good morning, everyone. Today is the 27th of April, 2020. I'm Roy Potter. Welcome as you come in. I had to put this up this morning because you might wonder why I'm talking about Alex Jones on this particular video, this live stream. Again, hello as you come in. I'm going to make some people probably pretty upset here, but I've just about had it with Alex Jones. With all the times I've come to his defense, and I'm watching these dramatics and theatrics from him, I'm just getting a little tired of it, and I think I know why he's doing it. So I'm not necessarily here to pick on him, but let me give you a little background. This last weekend, I took a lot of time. I was with a friend of mine. I took some walks. I've been thinking a lot about what's going on and decided. I told another friend of mine that I was planning on doing a live stream or at least some type of a video this week where I talk about why we can't have a leader anymore. We just can't have any leaders. It's done and over with. All leaders are out the window. Now I'm not going to talk about it very much this morning. I want to do it in a live stream or a good recording here in the next day or so. I'm waiting for the right time. I'm not putting it off. I'm just telling you where I'm thinking of taking this. Now, on top of that, I saw Florida Maquis this morning. If you don't follow him on YouTube, please do so. Florida Maquis. He did a really good presentation on we the people having to become one mind and one heart. And that's it's interesting that he put that up because that's where I'm going to be taking this live stream or this video that I'm going to do in the next day or so. So let me tell you what I did. I tune into Alex in the morning, and I give him 15 or 20 minutes to give a rundown on what he's going to cover and see if he's going to actually say something of some value or if he's going to just string us along, push his products, say he can't do it anymore. He can't, so he's just going to go to read broadcast and all that stuff. And I really get tired of it. It's just I'm about done with him completely. I've given him a lot of chances in the past, but it's just going too far. I don't mind the fact that he says he's out on the tip of the spear and all that, and that's fine. But this morning I got really upset. I've seen him increasingly becoming more uh, defensive of President Trump. And, this morning when I heard him say that President Trump signed a bill or something, I wasn't quite sure what it was, that apparently gave money to these groups that are coming out with these vaccines and things, uh, and that he didn't really know what he was signing and giving this power over to Fauci and these other people. I just had enough. I'm tired of the deflections and the refusal by President Trump to accept responsibility for his own um, actions, inactions, incompetence, or complicity. And now it looks like since so many in the conservative side are starting to lose faith in him, Alex Jones is now shifted where he would at least question him before to where now poor Donald Trump, he's just such a victim. It's so bad. So I had to come on this morning and just say that I'm really discouraged. Like I've said about Alex Jones, he's gone more and more to pushing his products and putting out unimportant information, mostly theatrics and dramatics, than good information. You listen to a show for an hour, you're lucky if you get 5 minutes worth of usable information. So I'm not going to do that to you. I don't have a big production that I have to pay for. I don't want your money. I don't want anything. I just want you to pay attention to what's going on. And that we've really gotten to the point now where we can trust no one. No leader whatsoever. If they want to be a leader, we've got a problem with them right up front. And I'm going to explain more about that probably within the next 24 to 48 hours after I'm looking for a little more inspiration, I guess I could say. I've already got the scriptures. Those of you who don't want to talk scripture, well, you can avoid that live stream when I do it, but it's going to involve some scriptures as to where I think we really are. And it might sound a little Orthodox Christian or evangelical, but it's really not. It's based on what I see as our only way out, and that is we're done with these guys who want to be leaders. Alex Jones is now saying, oh, they're after him to kill him. They've said they're going to kill him or imprison him. Well, okay, maybe so. I don't know. But like I said, the theatrics are just getting out of control. So any of you that were watching him this morning, I got thoroughly. I just turned him off. He said, oh, "I can't do the rebroad. I can't do the broadcast. I just can't. It's too much information. The crew, they're putting up the wrong stuff." What's he doing? He's doing the same thing other narcissists do. He's blaming somebody else for his own incompetence or unwillingness, just like Trump is. And yes, I'm calling them both out. So what he's doing now is he's trying to cover for Trump that poor Trump has been taken advantage of, that the coup is back on to Trump, and it's at whatever it is. I'm not playing the game anymore. And if I've done that in the past with you folks, I'm sorry. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. But anybody at this point, and I mean anybody, who gives Trump a pass on any of this, you got to watch out for them. I don't care who they are. And I have a lot of people out there that I like that stand up for Trump. But unfortunately, we're now past the point where we can trust anybody that does that, given the track record. Let's see if General Flynn gets exonerated this week. Let's see if he does. That's the big story that's out there today that I think is important. Old Alex Jones didn't cover it. It was all about himself again. Just so General Flynn should, with all the things that the FBI has done for him, it should finally come out that General Flynn was railroaded and that criminals in the FBI and the Justice Department pushed this thing against him. I pray to God that he gets exonerated this week, and that should be the big story by Alex Jones, not all this other crap he's throwing out there about Trump's innocence and that he's been so abused and all that. That story's dead and gone. He has pushed this coronavirus thing himself. He's done it. The Wuhan wiggle, as Monty says, the Wuhan virus. This has been Trump's play, using his bully pulpit to push all this nonsense and all this tyranny onto the American people and the world. He's behind it. No other person has this responsibility but him. He's caused how many people to lose their jobs now? How many suicides? How many people that really got sick because they couldn't get to the hospital to take care of things they needed to because they've given all the money to people who can claim the COVID is the problem? So the hospitals get more money, like I said at the beginning of this, if they can show that it's connected to the COVID problem. And Trump signed that? Nah. We got a problem in the White House, and it might even be bigger than I thought. So good on Sidney Powell working for General Flynn the way she has. It looks like General Flynn may get exonerated this week. Don't think that Trump had anything to do with it. He's going to try to take, I let it go forward because I wanted to make sure that he'd get exonerated. The DOJ should have dismissed this with prejudice, asked the court, moved in the courts to dismiss this with prejudice 6 months ago. At the very least, if not further along back than that. So I'm just tired of the whole bunch. We don't need these leaders anymore. Everybody, this is what it's about. You find, and I've talked about it a lot. You ask God to open up your heart and your mind, right? Have an open heart and a contrite spirit, and ask that God give you the direction that you need, because these men are not going to do it for you. Period. They're all liars and deceivers. Every last jack one of them. That's all I got this morning. I'll be seeing you in the next 24, 48 hours, okay? And we'll talk about some of these scriptures that talk about what's really coming. I've alluded to it before, and I've also talked about my book, The Crimson Thread, and what it says in it. And it looks like that's our only way out. It's our only way out. Forget about the election in November, and people are going to say, "Oh, you're radical. You're helping the leftists. You're not a patriot because you're saying the elections are no good." Ladies and gentlemen, look at the fruits of that over the last 30, 40 years. What have the elections accomplished for us at all? Nothing. We can't take the law into our own hands, but there's someone else that can take the law, and we've just got to bind ourselves with them. Okay. All right. That's all I got for you this morning. Yeah, heads up, literally. Yeah. Actually, it's in here, ladies and gentlemen. It's not even up there. It's here and it's here. That's where you go. God hides behind the darkness in your own heart. That's where He is. You don't have to look anywhere else. You just have to confront the darkness in your own heart and ask to be able to look behind it. That's all you need to do. Okay, I got to go sometime in the next 24 48 hours. And I'm done with Alex Jones. I'm never turning him on again. I'm done with him. He's obviously turned now, knowing that Trump is having a problem. He's now, I'll bet you those two have talked behind the scenes. Oh, Alex, you got to bring your people back into my fold again. You're going to have to, tell them how much of a victim I am and how much of a victim you are. Okay, so get out there and really push me. Would you do that? Yeah. Well, not for me. I'm not putting up with it. All right. Out here for now.